What is up, you guys? It's your boy Cyrus Obsidian here to bring you another local diaries. So, last week we had a huge upset with Draco Slayers. So, we are currently putting that back on the shelf as we go and play Rescue Ace. Since we did finally pull that last hydrant, thankfully not having to spend $25 for it, we're actually going to be piloting Rescue Ace today. So we have made some changes from our last Rescue Ace video. If you want to check that out, it'll be up there somewhere. And we're going to see with these changes if we can pilot the deck a little bit better. So let me show you the deck profile, and then let's head on over to locals and see how we do in today's event. All right, so let us show you the profile. So since we did get our third hydrant, we are now playing 3 Rescue Ace hydrants, still playing the 2 turbulence, triple airlifter, 2 preventer, and 1 fire engine. So that's pretty much it for our Rescue Ace monster lineup. I don't want to brick with any of the other ones, and airlifter is really the only one that really matters for searching out any of our spells, which typically we're wanting to search the emergency or the Rescue Ace HQ, which we do play 3 emergency, 1 HQ, 1 rescue, 1 alert, 1 extinguish, 1 contain, 1 reinforce. Honestly, I love playing the reinforce. It does not get used a lot in a lot of profiles from what I see. And honestly, I like to use it for closing out games, especially if you set it off of the turbulence, flip it, target turbulence, who's unaffected by monster effects, can't be destroyed, and that 4,500 boost is pretty dang good. So I like it. Next, for kind of just other spells, we can play 1 for 1 Rhoda, play 3 copies of Triple Tax Talent. So I realized Extravagance kind of hurts me, so I decided to not play Extravagance. And because I don't have Prosperities, I'm just going to play Triple Tax Talent. Sure, it may not be as good in some instances, but Talents is still a really good card. And then we do play a hand trap lineup. So we do play 3 copies of Nibiru, 3 copies of Ash, 3 copies of Valor, 3 Droll and Lock, 1 Sar Avis, and then 2 Infinite Impermanence. So I like this hand trap lineup because it pretty much covers everything. If you're not wanting to play hand traps for like this version of the deck, I would just say keep the Ash, keep the Droll, and then play the Book of Eclipse, Book of Moon, and then any other 3 slots, which my side deck might help out with wanting to know what other cards to play. So that's it for the main. So for our extra deck, we play Mud Dragon of the Swamp, Garura Wings of Resonant Life, Starving Venom, Guilty Gearfried, and Protoplat and Dragos Tequila. I am missing some super poly targets, and I don't know, maybe after today we'll throw in like the Chimera, Duplex, whatever, for the Cyberse deck, Cyberse matchups, playing that. Yeah, Guilty Gearfried was just kind of our heroes, since heroes do show up every now and again in my locals. But I mean, most of the time you're either using that or that for your super poly targets. Then we play for 1 Link Karibo for our Link 1s. Then we play IP Masquerena, Nightmare Cerberus, Salvin Great Sunlight Wolf, and Nightmare Phoenix for Link 2s. I think it's a really great Sunlight, just be able to recycle any of the fires, and that includes Ash, is really great, and come in handy, especially if you're needing to discard Ash for some reason. Then we play Nightmare Unicorn and Deep Utaka Beatsoul. So before we did play 3 Link 3s and the other one being the DLS, I decided to go down to 2, just so that way we can play the fusion cards in the extra deck. And then we play Apo and Access Code. Since I'm not really fearing the Cash Tier matchup anymore, we are just playing less of our higher Link 4s, and then we still play the 1 Underworld Goddess. So that's it for our extra deck. Our side deck, we are playing 3 Ghost Mourners and then 1 Rescue Ace Fire Attacker. So I still love Ghost Mourner as a great hand trap. Being an Imperm and a Valor, it was really good, and especially since it doesn't need to like hit the graveyard, you just discard it, then target one of the face-up special summon monsters. Really good. Firecracker is just really for you needing to get advantage. So being able to have that draw power is really good. Then for the rest of it, we do play 3 copies of Super Polymerization, 3 copies of Crossout Designator, 3 copies of Book of Eclipse, 1 Change of Heart, and 1 Harpy Certifister. So I play the crossouts because the deck does fall a little bit to hand traps. So like Troll, Ash, those are mainly the 2 that this deck really is susceptible to. So playing the crossout is really good, and especially since you are seeing a little bit more of the book of cards, I think those would come in crossout and hit those too. So it makes sense. Super Poly, literally just for the Super Poly targets that we play. Change of Harp and Duster. I couldn't think of 2 other cards, so we decided to go with those. But if I could find my Book of Moons, they would be Book of Moons instead. So yeah, that is it for our updated version of Rescue Ace. So let us head on over to locals and see how we do in today's event.
Yo, what is up, you guys? So round 1 just ended and I fumbled hard with Rescue Ace. So game 1, I had the hand set up my board. We went to game 2. Game 2, I drew all hand traps, no gas, struggled. Game 3, same situation. I drew no gas, all hand traps. So it was enough to stall my opponent, and I was like, I got the hydrant, so we should be good. I searched the wrong thing off of hydrant, and that's what cost me game. So rather than searching out airlifters for follow-up, because I had the hand trap going first, and then kind of fumbled from there. So take the L, going 1-2. So we'll see what next round has in store. Hopefully we can do a little bit better and think through a lot of my plays. I'm so used to playing combo that playing a Rescue Ace, which is more of a combo control. I'm still learning how to do that because I'm used to playing combo and like less control. So we'll see how this does. So let's hope something does better in round 2. What is up, you guys? So round 2, we just ended and we took a 2-0 against Valence. So I, being a fan of Pendulum, I myself have Valence, and it was really cool to see this iteration of Valence being a synchro variation, which is really cool. Using Ancient Fairy Dragon in a game like this is really nice. But I had the right hand traps to prevent that from being happening, and I was able to pop off, go for game. So it was pretty fun looking at the Valence, and honestly, I legit thought about playing Valence today. Maybe one day it'll make its way onto my channel, but we'll see. So right now we're 1-1, waiting for round 3. There are 12 minutes remaining in time, so we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, duelists. What is up, you guys? So round 3 is over, tournament is over. Going round 3 playing, I think, what was Cash Crystal Beast? And I ended up taking a 2-0 victory. It was hard playing around the Cash Jarrett cards, but we managed to do it. We got our 3 packs right here. Let's open them up and see what we get. Here are my packs. Top 1. Fusion Armament for an Ultra, not bad. So far, Fusion Armament. What do you mean? You got a Crimson Dragon. Cheetah the Fire Charmer. I needed a 3rd one, so that's cool. And last but not least, Nadium Torrid. Not bad.
So, what are locals? Taking 2nd place with Rescue Ace was pretty satisfying today. There are still some changes I would make to the deck, mainly probably maining Book of Moon, Book of Eclipse, so those cards would come up in handy, especially against decks like my first round playing against Synchrons. Honestly, in all my matches, that probably would have been good cards to have had. To be able to kind of stall my opponent a little bit, prevent a Synchro Summoning, Link Climbing, whatever. But hey, you live and learn. Taking 2nd place isn't too bad. So hopefully with the next iteration, we can make some of those changes and top again. So stay tuned, duelists. Again, that is all that I've got for you today. If you like the content, like and subscribe. Also hit the notification bell for whenever I post next. So we'll catch you in the next one, duelists. Stay tuned.